All right, what is up, everybody? Jeez, wow, trying to get on today was a bit difficult. I don't know why, but Twitch would not let Streamlabs take the login, but we got there in the end. Just had to log out of everything and log back in again. Who knew the internet could be so weird and quirky? All right. So, had a need to do some new designs for a new app, and I thought, why not try a different tool, right? Different design, different prototyping tool. You should never just use the same thing forever. So I downloaded Figma this week. There is a web version and a desktop version. I'm running the desktop version on the Mac here, and giving that a go. And been playing around a little bit here, as you can see. Not not someone with much experience on using Figma, so I thought let's go ahead and give this a go and see how this works out here. So that's what we're doing. Just gonna tweak something here. I'm gonna go, let's see if Streamlabs is gonna cooperate here. Hold on one second. It was one of those where everything was ready to go, and then just Twitch decided, no, not gonna take your login. So there you go. Okay, got the right description. So let's start by explaining, for those of you who don't know what it is, what Figma is. Figma is an application very much like quite a lot of these UI, UX things, and Sketch and all of those kind of apps, right? Adobe XD, I think it's called, right? The idea is that you design the screens and then you can do a rough prototype link in between them and things like that. That's what we're doing here. Figma is one that a lot of folks know for working with React and React components and things like that, because what you can do is you can just click on one. I'll just click on one here, and then you can get the CSS like you see over here and the code and things like that to easily recreate it. And I thought, well, why not try it for iOS? I know a lot of folks do. So what I did, in the community section of the app, you can find the iOS 15 let's just get rid of that. You can find the iOS 15 UI kit, right? Here it is here. Someone's put it in there with all the parts. So I thought, let's just give that a try and start using some of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find, first of all, the ones pretty similar to what we've got on the screen at the moment by way of a login box. We've got some contextual menu items there. Don't want those, but what I am looking for is some text fields and table views, navigation bars, and all the stuff that you can imagine. So I'm going to basically try and replace what I've got right now with these newer ones. And I'm looking to see what kind of buttons we got going on in here. There's the home screen. Got to be some standard buttons in here somewhere, right? Safari, widgets, date picker. Got the action sheet which has some buttons. All right, let's start this then. So I'm going to start by replacing the let's see, light, default, active. I'm going to go in here, going to drill down, find my component, go back over here. So this one here with the username, I'm actually going to delete that one. And let's paste that one in there. Oops, hopefully it's going to make it easy for me to resize it. Oh. There we go. Okay, good stuff. All right, so we've got the placeholder for the in here. We're going to change this here. Keep drilling down. There it is. Username. That's the active one. We're going to take an inactive one here for the password. Again, let's just delete this one off of here. Drill down. Ask them for their password. Okay, that's those. Now, for the button, I think what we'll do, I'll just take this standard one here, copy that, and then paste that one in. Gonna have to make, hey Coco Type, how you doing? How was the weekend? We're gonna change this to login. Excellent. I had some trouble getting started here today. Twitch was not letting me log into my account for some reason, and then it just started working again. So, you know, when you panic and you're like, oh my goodness, has someone got into the account and why would they pick mine? But nope, it just turned out that Streamlabs and Twitch didn't want to be friends. Refreshing your page for a while since notifications has been flaky. So is login. Thank you. Now see so now I feel bad. It's like refresh, nope, refresh, nope, nope, nope. You should have just sent me a message on Slack and it's like, well, get your ass on Twitch. So we're using Figma here today to I need to design a new app screens, and I thought, why not use Figma? Let's try something different. So I've never used this. It's pretty similar to other tools. Have you ever used Figma? Anyone out there? Now, let's have a look here. So the default system blue color, but is this, my question is, so if that's the text, because I don't see a button on here in how it compares to Sketch. Me too. That was my big thing was, well, I'm used to Sketch and I'd sort of done this screen, a couple of these screens in Sketch, and I thought, let's start over and do it in Figma. So this library that I found with everything is great, but what I didn't find was what I would call sort of the average everyday button. So I'm assuming it's this one here under the action sheet, which is a bit weird, but I mean, it looks right. But it's not going to look that by the time I finished. I do have some design elements over here with some just colors. And what I wanted to do, so my theory was this. Going to convert these colors to styles, and then I can apply those styles throughout the screens. And when I finalize what I think I want the color set to be, I can go across and change them here, and it should change throughout the app design. That's the theory, right? So if I take like this button background, I believe if I right click, I can say something. No, wait, sorry, it's over here. You go in here and it's got all these bits, and I think it's this one right here, styles, yeah. So I can call this button backing, right? And so now, did that do it? Is that all I have to do? No? Plus. Oh, create a new, okay. Button backing, right? And that's now a style over there. If I go back over here to the views, you should be able to select that button and it should be there. Don't see it. Oh wait, it's there but no name. Okay. But that's the text. That's not what I want. So how did they do? Oh wait, This one here, I bet. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Coco Type says, yeah, I know the designers at my day job like Figma design system stuff. Sketch is something similar, but it's super complicated, to use. I get the feeling that Figma is nicer. Yeah, folks that I work with a lot use InDesign. I'm sure it's one that a lot of people know. I got nothing against InDesign, but I just like to try different tools. And InDesign is very similar to this, and it's fine. But I thought, when I looked at this, I thought, well, Figma seems simple enough, but powerful enough for what I need. And in theory, if I do everything right and learn it right, I should be able to use this to do a prototype that I can then have the clients go and look at and play around with. I know you can do that in InDesign and all the other ones as well, and I believe you can even do it in Sketch now, but I wanted to do it in Figma for that very reason. Find out, hey, what's the strength and weaknesses of this app? I know that Figma can import Sketch files. So I know that's a last resort, but I really don't want to do that because if I'm going to do that, I might as well just do it in Sketch. And I love Sketch, but never hurts to try something else, right? Plus, my major criticism with a lot of these apps, which Figma seems to be better at than quite a lot of the others, is providing me a way to export code. Admittedly, at the moment, by default, it is what looks to be CSS and React components. I haven't looked around in the libraries to see if there's anything for iOS, but even if I get the designs in here and the styles set up, can then try and take that over to the Xcode and see how painful or how much better or worse it is than the other apps that I already know how to use. So yeah, I'm with you on that. It definitely exports iOS stuff somehow. Hey Nicholas, how you doing? All right. Well, if it exports iOS stuff somehow, then good. We'll get there. What I've got here, just so you all know, I've got four artworks here, as they call them. 4 frames, I think they call them actually. This is a login screen, and then there's a loading screen. I got to move them over. A login screen. What it'll look like when you fail, and then one for creating a new account. In fact, actually, what I really should do is just take all of this right now and move it over to there. Right? That's what I really should do. So let's do that. I'm just grabbing it, moving it over, and then it moves it up over here, as you can see on the login screen, right? That's really where it should be. So we sort of got what we wanted there, but the button text, it's not really where I wanted to go with this, right? So I don't think I've set one up for this yet. Oh, I did. Sorry, button text is going to be gray, but these are not the final colors, and I don't think this is the color set I'm going to go with. I do have some branding. I just haven't really got into it yet. I messed around with this for about an hour yesterday to create what I got here. How's your weekend, Nicholas? Been on here was important. Let me start again. Been on here, but was importing some color assets to side project. Import those assets. Make sure they're there. Copy them across. Don't do like I did and lose them once because you didn't copy them across. Did that once. Yeah, that was a nightmare. That actually, funny true story. I think that was about the one time I used Time Machine to go back and find the assets that I accidentally deleted because I thought I copied them over. All right, so the button text. Let's start by creating a style for this. We'll change it later. And in fact, this may be a way here. So styles, we call this button label. So it's there. Let's go back over here to our design. And then you'll be able to just get that. We're going to fill it with our button label. I'd rather see the names next to them. I wonder if there's a, yeah, you go. Okay, button label. All right. So now, if in theory, if I go back over here and change this to something else, Coconut says someone needs to make a Figma iOS compiler so the designer can just edit the color values in Figma and it goes ahead and updates the app. Yeah, or you know what? I would, and I suppose Android as well, I guess. I guess. Why not? Throw the dog a bone. um, what I would settle for is a export, and I know you can do this with Sketch. There's a plugin for it. You can export a color set as a series of, like a struct. You can have it exported as a struct, right, in Swift, so you can just access it, the color set that way. Not the web, just out of spite. Yeah, that's right. You should never do it for the web, just out of spite. Even though the following week we'd all be sitting here going, gosh, I really wish this did the web too now, because that project came along. All right, so what I'm looking for here, and maybe I'm missing the obvious, is where my color value went. I know that's my color styles. Forget those colors, but where's my color picker gone? So I can update this. Oh, hang on. I was in edit mode. That's right. So I do remember reading this the other day. Something like that, but without even the export step. Yeah, yeah. If it would just like have a file, read and write to it, right? I did learn this yesterday. When you see these like the hashing, I think you can see it on the stream. I'm looking here. This means you're in edit mode, where you can edit, the vertices and things like that. And then when you are in this mode, you're editing. Sorry, making a noise. You're editing the object. That much I did learn. But that said, I'm still trying to find where my color picker went. It should be right there, I believe. I could be wrong. It used to be right there. See if I do that and detach the style. Oh wait. I know, I got it. Hang on. Button label. There's got to be a thing to edit the style somewhere, right? Yeah, there you go. Edit style. Okay. So let's make it. Let's just make it slightly darker for now. I just want to make sure when I close that, it updates that there. I want to make sure that back in the view, yeah, it updates it over here too. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So that's the way you do it. You go in there, you do this, you click way too many things, go back in there, edit. Let's just make it pure white for right now, which will get confusing later. Go back to the application views. There it is. Now, I believe actually what I should do is I should probably make this a component so that I can reuse this quote button everywhere and edit it that way, right? So let's do that. I've selected the two parts. I'm going to create a component here. Create component. It went somewhere, I hope. And I know that that icon means button. I made this thing over here, this components. So that should now be a component, right? Oh, wait. Assets, I do remember reading. Yeah, local components on login. So the way it does them is it lists it. So it'll show you the frame, login, and in there I have this action sheet action, which is this, right? Must be a way to give that a better name, surely. No? No way to rename it? If I just put that login button though, I don't think... We go back over here. Oh, okay. Hang on then. But is that that must be... Is that an instance? That's not an instance, right? Because if that must be the master. So if I copy and paste that, I'm just gonna put another one somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So the four little dots you see here is the master, and then these are instances of the master, right? So actually what I should do is I need to get that master over to my components. Let's see. Randomly drag things around can never go wrong, right? Like that. Copy and paste as no. Interesting, you can copy it as a CSS and SVG on there though, but let's try this. If I go to my components, paste my login button, right? Go back to my okay, so that's on the components view. If I now delete this one, go to my components, this is now the master. I'm going to copy that. I go back over to my view. No, wait, that is not the master. Very confused. That's not the master though, because they're both instances. So if I delete that one, now there's none. That makes sense. This is a separate file, so this shouldn't matter. Looking though, I still don't see. Just want to make sure I'm not missing the obvious and I saw a button. I definitely don't see a standard button here anywhere. Now, okay. So go down. We'll get that one. Let's go back to here. We will go to our components and paste it in. Is there such a thing as standard button in iOS? I probably not by definition, right? But if I was to say find one, I'd say this is it, but without a background. I do for just text. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, right. From a visual standpoint, it looks like text, which I don't like. I like them to have a background because every ADA review that I've ever sent anything to, they always say, we need to see the area of the button. So I know that I get that Apple does that, but I've never been able to pass a ADA review without having a background to a button. Weird, right? And I think it's just better that way because folks can't always necessarily see text as easily as they can a big old area of a button, and I can hit anywhere in that area. With these big screens, you know, like when you've got your thumb here like this, right? I mean, you want to be able to you don't want to just do the text in the middle. I want to be able to hit anywhere that there's the button area and do it. So I'm going to want a background color to see that. That's my thoughts on it. You know, not for me to say Apple's wrong, but I don't think it's the best choice. All right, so let's get rid of this. I'll put the button backing on here. Oh, I want to make sure that is 100%. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to take the text and Get rid of this one. Apply the button label, which is a little small and I don't really care for it that way. So thing is, if it doesn't see this as a master button, when I master component, when I change this, it's not going to matter for the rest. That's what I'm thinking. So let's try this. Let's change this to bold, right? Let's just call this. I nearly typed standard button and then I thought, no, Cocoa type, not doing it. I'm just going to call it button. All right, so if I go over here, these are really both instances. So when I paste it over here, right, and then I'll put it in, we'll put it in place. Of the text fields so I can line them up. Completely not. What about underscore? Completely non-standard button. Asterisk, pound, exclamation mark. All right, so this one here. But I got a feeling since it doesn't see this as the master one, if I now do something like this, change that to that, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't change. I'd want it to, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. There's something right here. So I think because it doesn't see it as an asset. So hold on. Let's walk backwards to walk forwards. So what I'm going to do is go back to what I want here, right? I'm going to take all of this. Detach instance. So it's now just normal stuff again. Collect it all again. Right? Collect everything. Now create a new component. Now it's a master component. Appears on the assets list. All right, there we go. So you got to go backwards to go forwards. Okay, so I've got that. Now if I go back over to application views, just click in here somewhere. There you go. Paste it in here. Yes, this is now showing us an instance. Right, because I've got the triangle there, right? You get that? Then we go over to the assets, right? Here it is here. This should be the master one right there. Let's test the theory. Although I'm double clicking on the component here, and interestingly, it's not letting me edit it how you would expect. If I go back over to component, so I am on the components, and here it is. Right, there's the button backing. Now I can click through, but I just want to check. If I load it, if I select it from the local components here, I'm double tapping. Button with a background for some reason. Button with a background for some reason because Peter wanted one. There you go. Now, can I edit the text there? Yeah, okay, great. I want to make sure that I can get back and edit the stuff. All right. Go back to our layers. Go back to our application view. So, let's now... What I'm wondering is, let's take all of this. We're going to go over to our login failure screen, which has got nothing. We'll paste that in there because what I'm thinking, go back over to the kit, right? Looking for something appropriate here. I'm looking for an alert, I guess. Yeah. Standard button where Peter designed the standard. Yeah. So we should just call it PWIOS 16, right? Let's just do that. You know, I hear there's a vacancy. Johnny's not there, you know. All right. I think the one I'm going to want is this one. Let's copy that. So on the login failure, let's focus on this, right? I did all this and it was terrible and I failed. So let's see. I think if I keep the stuff in the background, I'm just going to blur it. Hey, Johnny's gone. No reason you couldn't take out the mantle. Exactly what I said, right? We're both from England. They won't notice a difference in the accent. They'll think it's him, right? Except in the, you know, in the, whatever you want to call it, the Apple restaurant, there'll be rumors of like, we hear he's putting backgrounds on buttons now. All right, so this comes up. Right? Yeah, and you know what? He had the shepherd's pie today, and he's putting backgrounds on buttons. It's like we don't even know him anymore. And what I want is, there isn't one. Oh, actually, let's just make one. So I'm gonna blur the background here. I think I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna create. I think, is it R for rectangle? Let's try it. Yeah. Okay. Great. And we're just gonna make this fit the whole thing. But not quite the whole thing, actually, because we do need our login failure needs our status bar. Don't worry, haven't gone crazy yet, you'll see. As long as you can still pronounce, see, I nearly said it, aluminum, aluminium, correctly, they've got no reason to hire you. Not to hire me, yeah. Don't you wonder, you know what? I wonder how he said it. What do you think, right? Needs more cowbell, needs more aluminum, needs more aluminium. So just so you know, I do say aluminum by default. Actually, I have to go out of my way now to say aluminium because it is wrong. The locals here tell me it's wrong. What can I tell you? They look at you like, well, what is this guy talking about? I'm going to take the drop shadow off of here. And I think the way this works, if I make it completely transparent and I add an effect, and the effect I want is background blur, I think. And then I'm just going to type a number in for a minute. And I think well, maybe I do need a fill. Certainly don't want it 50% though. There you go. Okay, so let's make it, let's just start with the obvious here, right? I may regret this when I come to build the actual app. I'm going to try building this app in Swift UI. I may regret this completely. I'm going to have to check the human interface guidelines for this because this might not be right. So we'll have to check that. Okay, so let's just continue with now login failure because you failed. Incorrect details entered. Please try again. I'll change that text later on. And I'll just have okay. All right, so that was pretty easy, wasn't it? I got a feeling what's going to be here is Figma's going to work out just fine. I'm just going to have to adapt and get used to the way it wants me to do these things, which is fine. But you know, you just gotta get there. So I don't want to. I'm not probably not going to do the prototyping part just yet because what I'm going to have to do is make two versions of this screen, or maybe a fake button for now, like some other button to show the failure version, right? I guess we could do it quickly. What do you think, folks? Should we just break with tradition here and quickly try and do the prototype part to test Figma? I know what you're all going to say. I'm dreading you saying it, but go ahead. Say it in chat. British English is that right? Pronunciation, there is the right one. Every other element ends in ium. See, yes. You're meant to say all these, don't you? I know you do. Cesium, potassium, strontium, rubidium, I don't know that one. Sodium, etc. Why should aluminum be any different? Yeah, be the odd one out. Well, because aluminum would have to be aluminium. Oh, I see what you're getting at. Yeah, okay, I see what you're getting at. Actually, now that I think about it, you raise a good point. But I have to defend it. I can't allow you to criticize the English, right? I mean, sorry, we had it first, right? Simple as that. Even though for the past let's think, I can't even remember how many years I've been programming. It's over 20 years. I've been spelling color COLOR, which, funny story, people always said to me, like, what happens when changing my spelling and that when I came to America? And I said to them, I'm a programmer. For the most part, I've been typing things the American way for the past 20 odd years anyway. It doesn't make any difference. Nicholas says Z stack cracks me up every time. I have no idea what that means, Nicholas. You'll have to educate me. I'm saying you had it first. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, in that case, that's you in trouble now, not me. Extra us though. US always wrong. Extra use. Sorry. Yeah. All right, and we, thank God when I got here, I discovered that you didn't all talk like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. Otherwise, I would have just said to them, leave the bags on the plane. I'm going back. All right, I'm gonna quickly hack up the new account one here. So this one we need a username and password, right? Excuse me. It's been a long day. I got my booster shot today, and oh, my arm is just like, whoa, Don't do that. So what I'm gonna need here is, you know what? Here's what I should have done. Save myself some pain here. Oh, gonna take all of those. Oh yay! Just get out of the thing, please. Please get out of the thing. Thank you. All right, gonna take all of those and just put it about here. Gonna take that down to about there. Can't remember. There must be a way for me to measure that gap. I don't know what it is though. I'll eyeball it for now and fix it later. So we need username, password. Gonna copy and paste that because I'm gonna need, come on, there you go, confirm password. And in fact, what I'm also gonna need to do, won't get very far without this. We'll need one for the email as well. I think that's the only fields. We need on there. I'm gonna take this one, and this one. Oh, geez. Oh boy. I guess I could just do it over here. Take those three. Really? You're not gonna give me the... Do you ever have one of those? Right? One of those. Oh, show me 22. Thank you. Jeez. Show me 22. Yes. Okay. Now let's just do this right. I thought for sure there would be alignment tools there. Okay. Probably going to want a cancel button here as well. Nicholas, you got the boost on Friday. Yeah. And is you okay? Did you have any problems? Cocoa, been impossible to find one out here. Finally got an appointment for the 23rd. Yeah, I got lucky is what I think. Got mine in there, so that was good. One less thing in the world of things until they think of something else, right? A booster. Is it a B++ at that point? I don't know. Okay, so I feel like we're not doing too badly here, right? Again, we're going to fix the colors up later, but it doesn't feel like it's taken too long to get to this stage. I got a whole bunch of empty content that I got to put in. I just got to pull in the assets and everything else yet. Haven't gotten to that. Longer naps, so that's it. So the longer naps sounds like a good thing, right? It did make me tired earlier, I got to admit. It was one of those, like, if I earlier on, I was like, I got to sleep now. If I sleep now, I'll be awake for the stream. We'll get the stream. Didn't realize that Twitch was going to give me such hassles today on the login, but got there. But I'm anticipating by tomorrow morning that this is going to get to be real kind of, just really sore. Being left-handed, which is why I did on the right hand. Okay. Don't have a loading screen yet, so let's do it. Let's vote for this. I'm going to vote that we try and do a little bit of the prototype running here. What do you think? Should we do it? So prototype. There's a tab over here. We're going to prototype the iPhone 13 Pro. Which one do you want to see it in? Do you want to see, you can vote for this in the chat room. You want the graphite, the Sierra blue, silver, or gold? Pick one. I don't know how on earth you're going to see any of it because you're not going to see the back of it, but there you go. Pick one. Vote for it, folks. Gold. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking gold. But my vote doesn't count here, so let's see. Nicholas, you could sway the balance here. Or make it easy and say gold. Select a frame or an object in the frame and use the circular node to drag a connection to another frame. Running your prototype. Use the play button in the toolbar to play your prototype. If there is no connections, play button can be used to play a presentation of your frames. Interesting. Gold. All right. We're going with gold. So what we'll do is, for now, let's just hook up this action button. So this to the login failure. That was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? All right. Animation. Ooh, should we try smart? See what it does for us. Let's just try smart. Ease in, ease. Well, it's not that smart if I have to pick it, right? Ease out, ease in, linear. Doesn't seem like it's that smart if I have to pick it. All right, but we'll go with it. Okay. Play. Terribly exciting. Oh, well, okay, there's your gold. Ugh. Be great if you could flip it over, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's hit the button. Also, it's got my notch within a notch. That's funny. I put the notch in there because I thought we'd have to see it. Nope, now we've got notch. All right, hit the action. That's not really the action I was looking for. Where's my... So much for the smart. All right, hang on. Let's select this. On tap, navigate to login failure. The frame, yeah. Just do me an instant one. Try it again. Click it. All right. What's going on here? Let's delete it. Just saying, no, that's what the, okay, that is what I did. I wanted to go to login failure. And then on the login failure screen, did I get the order wrong here? Hang on. Oh, I think I did actually. Hang on, I think I messed up. No, actually I didn't. There's the, oh. Okay, so here's what I've done. Lesson learned for all of us here. This exists outside of a, it's out of a page, right? Look, it's anywhere. So I need to bring that down into here, like so. Now it's within the page. Okay. Duh. Now it'll work. See, there you go. Okay. Let's go back to this one. First of all, I guess let's get rid of the notch. Go back, run it. Gonna have to learn the keyboard shortcuts for this, that's for sure. Okay, so we got this. I do my thing, right? Pretty sure I can't type on those. Yep. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Okay. Hit the action, login failure, and then I'm gonna tap on that to go back. Okay. So let's find that. So for that, we want it to go back to this. And that should complete the cycle on that. Well, go back to the login, run it there. Okay, so got that. We go in here. I'm clicking anywhere, it doesn't do anything. It's telling me click on that button. Click on the button, try again. There you go, painless, mostly. All right. I'm not sure, so I'm going to put that back up over there like that for now. Gotta run all this past the HIG. I wonder if there's a plugin that'll check against it. Wouldn't it be great if there was a plugin that you could hit, just check against the HIG? And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure probably most of you know, Human Interface Guidelines is what that stands for. It's the Apple guidelines that they use to guide you and to check against your apps for the App Store and things like that. It'd be great if there was some kind of validation thing, right? You could just run it and validate it. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so that's those. Now we do need a new account button. So let's go back over here. Find our buttons again. Now for this one, actually, I do think. Now, Cocoa Type, I know what you're going to say. I'm going to go one without a background, which goes against what I said earlier. And yeah, I guess it does. I don't have an excuse. I got no excuse, no reasoning. I said I didn't like them, but I'm doing it anyway. Although, funny enough, it still creates a background. Okay. I wonder actually if the background there is because it. No. It's still just okay. Let's put this in place here. And I don't want a background on this one. So I do need it for the hit area though, for the prototype. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the background fill to nothing, right? So I can still tap in the area. And then I'll change the text to create account without the space. And then if I take this, where did my prototyping button go? Wait. I don't have the link. Actually, they've all gone. What? Did I just hit a bug? All my prototype links have disappeared. I don't remember doing anything. Oh, okay. Maybe they only show on the prototype tab. Interesting. All right. And of course now something's not. Oh, because I see you got to watch for this. Look, right? It's not in the page. You got to watch for that. Oh. Okay. Change the text to create account. Change the background to nothing. Well, 0. Keep it there, but make it 0. Go over to the prototype. There we go. Okay. So now, so that's good. They only show when you click on the thing, which is interesting. Right. So I'm going to take this one, which will take me over to the create account screen. All right. And now let's just, I'm sure that's going to work. I'm not going to test that for a second, but I do need a cancel button over here. So think what I'm going to do, and take this same button here. Change this text. Poketype says, I'm sure that's going to work. I'm not going to test it. Famous last words. I'm not going to test it in the prototype. Swear that's what I meant. The new one, by the way, that I've been using, you know, we're all familiar works on my machine, is the one of, it works on my device. All right, let's change this to a button label of white, which is not going to be the final color. Again, that's not going to be the final color. Let's be clear. And then when I do this one, it's going to go back over to here, which is why I need to change this text to say cancel. Now I'm going to test it. Okay, go back to the login screen. When this goes to production, I hope it works. Otherwise, I'm going to hear Cocotype's voice in the back of my head saying, see? All right, so you click the action, login failure, try again. Okay, let's create a new account. Screen to create the new account. Action here won't do anything, right? Just so you know, you can't, if you can see it, when I click and you see that highlight, it's basically just the app's way of telling me, the prototyping app's way of saying, look, these are the things you can click on, right? So I'm like, okay, blah, 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 change my mind, click cancel, and not go back. All right, look, an error. Hang on, what's up with that? Cancel should take me back to there, but it didn't. Oh, on drag. I see what I did. Wait, on drag. So why did it pick on drag? I want on tap. Why can't I have on tap? Why won't it let me have on tap? Because there's can't be because of this, right? That would be crazy. Oh, I see what's going on. Hang on. Oh, well, I thought I did. Maybe I was still right the first time. I thought I'd accidentally selected the frame, but no, I don't think that's it at all. Go to the prototype. Over here to there. Let go. On drag. All right, hang on, let's back up. That's on tap, right? Tap. I'm wondering if it's because this one has, can't be because this one has an on tap, right? Wouldn't it be touch up? Well, yeah, I thought the same thing, but more to the point, it wasn't letting me. Yeah, it's grayed out. Yeah, so I'm curious if I delete this one, go back over here, start again. I'm just trying to rule out something foolish. Okay, take me back over there. All right. Go back over to this one. That lets me have on tap, right? What obvious thing am I not seeing? Looks like it already has a tap action of none. Well, it's only got one line here, right? So this must be the only action unless I'm... Oh, sorry. I see what you're getting at. Maybe that came over from over here then. Well, maybe it came over when I did it. Okay. That was weird, though. On tap. Thank you. But where did that come from? Okay. I don't know where that came from now. Let's run it back over here. Okay. Action, failure, create, cancel. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, root user 1998. Is that a birth year by any chance? Thank you, streamer. Thank you for the follow, root user. How you doing? Okay, so that all looks like it's working correctly now. Let's go back over here. So, and now I'm seeing all the lines again, by the way. How odd. Right, that's our design there. That's the prototype that for the whole login section, so that's good. Now, the way that a lot of this works, Cocotype says there's no way people born in 1998 are old enough to program yet, right? Right? 3 years ago. Do a little more math there, sir. Oh man. Don't even. I had that thing today where, you know, you're looking stuff up, and I was sitting here and I rewatched math, my greatest nemesis. Tell me about it. Game math in particular. Horrible. But I was watching what was I watching? Alien. And suddenly felt very, very old when on the credits you see what year it came out and you're like, oh man. Yeah. Hey, on the good news though, for most of us, you know, thanks to things like well, I guess Stranger Things and that, but the 80s are coming back. So what's old is new again? Does that include me? I don't know. Oh, I was born before the 80s, but I'll go with it, right? 80s was the best time for really cheap horror films too, by the way, in my opinion. 80s and early 90s. Talking about you, Bruce Campbell. Yeah. Okay, anyway, there we go. So the way that I think, just so you know what, I was going to lay this out. These you know, you've got like these pages here. And you've got all of these frames, as they call them, or artboards for the sketch users like myself. And I've got those on these pages. Originally, I thought, you know, taking all of these and making them like a page for the login page. I don't think that's needed. I think I'd actually rather see all the artboards on here. And given the fact that, you know, this one here, this page has all this stuff, and it's no slouch when it comes to performance, and we can probably thank the M1 Max chip for that. But I thought, no, I think I'd rather see them all in there, right, on the one like this. So I have a wireframe for a lot of these other views that I have not got to yet. So they're not really ready to be designed. Plus I need to pull out the proper colors, the branding colors that I've got, and put those in here. But we got that working for us as well. So that's good. Like this one here, actually the text link probably should have been the one that I used on the button without a background, I guess. Excuse me. So let's do that. Let's see how that looks. Text link is the style. Let's go back over here. So on this one now, I can choose text link. Yeah, that's nice and pronounced, right? I'm not going to use that over here though. I just not a fan of blue links. I think I'm so tired of seeing them on the web. So I got to add the proper branding, finish up the design on this. Not got those in here yet. This is an actual app for someone, so I didn't want to put any company specific stuff in here yet, or certainly don't want to show that. But I do need to figure out and work out the rest of the screens. So that is what I'll be doing on this. But what do you all think? For those of you that have used other tools, I think it's as usable as Sketch once you get used to it. Is my thoughts. Okay with it. I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm getting tired. I think it's usable. I think what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to keep using this. One of the advantages to Figma is, sure, I know InDesign as well, but I can also do this on the web, which means if I'm not on my machine that's got the app, I can still get to it and make changes and share it with other folks as well, which, since I'm working on this with someone else, is going to be a big important part of that. So yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to leave it there. I'm just think my brain is just collapsing on me now. Thanks for hanging out on this. Sorry for the late start. We can blame Twitch for not working well with Streamlabs today for whatever reason. Didn't get the midweek one done with the gaming, you probably noticed, because I just got overwhelmed with work. Hoping that's not going to be the case this week, and I'll get to do some more on the game stuff. So that's the plan. I'm sorry, excuse me. All right, that's it. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Coco Type Nicholas, appreciate it as always. And tried to get out of doing that tvOS streams. Look, it's only if I admit it, and I'm not going to admit it. However, okay, so we should talk about that for a second. I did think about that seriously after the stream and us talking about it. And given the nature of the game, it actually would be perfect for Apple TV just to play around with. So I feel like I should include that platform at this point. Yeah. Also, because I was thinking about it and I thought Apple TV is probably the one platform that would require very different approach and layout to the views, right? If you think about all the other devices, they're all very similar, right? With the exception of the Mac and the watch being so small. But the phone and the iPad, similar kind of shape and that. The Apple TV is the one that really hangs out there as the odd shape. Arguably full screen Mac as well. Yeah, I get that. So I'm actually thinking maybe it should include tvOS in that. And also just so, I can then turn around to Coco Type and say, hey, I've done a tvOS and a watch thing, and both Nicholas and I are in agreement that you should do the same thing. Yeah, so there you go. All right, folks, appreciate it. I do have that. I think I mentioned it before. CompileSwift.live is actually a site dedicated to this stream with everything on there and all the stuff. So check that out. CompileSwift.com if you want to reach out to me or on any of the networks. Wait. Let's back up. Coco Type started a watch app. He's done 3 watch apps on his stream. All right, I got to go back and see the videos. I stand corrected. Sorry. I will go back and look at those and see what you've been up to on those. Definitely check out Coco Type's stream. I can't even say it. Awesome stream. And he's done watch apps. And we're trying to get Nicholas to do streams, right, Coco Type, so we can watch him do watch apps instead of him watching us, right? That's it, folks. Have a great one. Compile Swift everywhere for everything if you want to reach out to me. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the new subscribers. Appreciate it. Followers, sorry, not subscribers. That's it. I got to also do a podcast because I haven't done one this week, and I need to try and get one out by midweek. Yeah, sounds fair. Thank you, Coco Type. All right, folks. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. See you later.